Why are you struggling? It is the fundamental human question, whispered in the silence of 3 a.m., felt in the tightening of the chest before a difficult day. Why, despite your best efforts, does it feel like you are swimming against an invisible, powerful current? You work hard, you try to be a good person, you chase your dreams, yet true abundance, deep peace, or effortless love seems to remain just outside your grasp. You push, you strive, you hustle, and the universe seems to push back twice as hard. You see others who seem to glide through life, and you wonder, what do they know that I don't? What if I told you the problem isn't your effort, it's not your passion or your intelligence. The problem is your direction. You are, at this very moment, unknowingly breaking the fundamental laws of the universe. Not man-made laws, not religious commandments, but the very physics of reality itself. And like the law of gravity, these laws are impartial. They don't care if you believe in them. They don't care if you are a good person. If you step off a skyscraper, you will fall. It is not a punishment, it is a consequence. Right now, in your finances, in your relationships, and in your health, you are stepping off a spiritual skyscraper every single day. And you are wondering why you keep hitting the ground. The secret to why this happens, the instruction manual for reality that you were never given, has been hidden in plain sight for millennia. To find it, we must travel back in time, back to the dawn of civilization, to the fertile banks of the Nile, to ancient Egypt. Here, a legendary figure walked among gods and men. Some called him a god, others a king, but all knew him as the scribe of the gods, the master of wisdom, the measurer of time. His name was Thoth. Millennia later, the Greeks would call him Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great. Thoth did not invent the laws of the universe. He was the first to record them, to write down the sacred mechanics of the cosmos. This knowledge was deemed so powerful, so capable of transforming a man into a god, that it was kept secret, whispered only in the hidden chambers of temples, passed from master to initiate. This sacred knowledge was eventually codified into a text, a key to unlock all of creation, known as the Kybalion. In it are 7 fundamental principles or laws that govern all of reality. But for most of us, there are 3 of these laws that we violate so profoundly, so consistently, that we unknowingly lock ourselves in a prison of our own making. This is not a theoretical history lesson. This is a diagnosis. In this video, we will decode the 3 ancient laws of Thoth you are violating, and we will expose exactly how those violations are secretly and methodically sabotaging every aspect of your life. If you are ready to stop fighting the current and finally learn to use it, then the first key is to understand the nature of the ocean itself. The first Hermetic principle is the most important. It is the foundation upon which all others stand, and it is the one we violate most deeply. The Kybalion states it plainly: the all is mind, the universe is mental. What does this truly mean? It does not simply mean your thoughts create your reality, though that is a downstream effect. The truth is far more profound. It means that the entire universe, everything you see, touch, hear, and experience, is a creation held within the mind of a single, infinite, divine intelligence, the All. The stars in the sky, the chair you are sitting on, the ground beneath your feet, and the very words you are hearing now are all thoughts in the mind of God. And you are not just a body, You are mind, living within that greater mind. Think of it this way. You are a character in a divine dream. But here is the secret. You are not just a character. You are also a co-dreamer. You possess the same creative power as the All, just on a finite scale. Your mind is a broadcasting station, and your thoughts are the signals that shape your personal corner of this great mental dream. This is the ultimate empowering truth, and we violate it with the heresy of victimhood. This is the first violation, believing you are a victim of the world. How often do you say or think, "My boss is ruining my life. I can't be happy until my partner changes. My past trauma defines me. The economy is to blame for my poverty. I am a victim of my circumstances." Every time you do this, you are committing a profound spiritual error. You are looking at a projection, the circumstance, the boss, the economy, and you are claiming it has more power than the source, which is your own mind. It is as if a character in your own nightly dream turned to you, the dreamer, and said, "I have no control here. This dream is just happening to me." It is an absurdity. You are the dreamer. By declaring yourself a victim, you are taking the divine crown of the co-creator, the very power given to you by the All, and you are throwing it into the mud. You are willingly making yourself a pawn in a game where you were designed to be a king. This leads directly to the second violation, the poison of uncontrolled thought. If the universe is mental, then every single thought is a creative act. A thought is not a harmless little thing that disappears. A thought is a blueprint. It is a command. It is a tangible force, a vibration sent out into the great mind, which must, by its own nature, respond. Now observe your own mind for even 10 seconds. What do you find? For most, it is not a kingdom of order. It is a chaotic, raging storm, a whirlwind of fear about the future, resentment about the past, complaints, judgments, anxieties, self-criticism. "I'm not good enough. This will never work. I'm so tired. The world is a terrible place." You are sending thousands, tens of thousands of contradictory, chaotic, and fearful blueprints to the cosmic builder every single day, and then you stand in the rubble of your life wondering why it is not a cathedral. You are holding a mental paintbrush that instantly colors your reality, but instead of painting with intention, you are having a seizure, flinging black and gray paint in every direction and wondering why your world is so dark and ugly. This is the sabotage. You are praying for chaos, and the universe, which is an obedient servant to the mind, is delivering it to you. Finally, we commit the third violation, the weakness of a scattered mind. Power in any form requires focus. The sun's light, when diffused, warms a continent. That same light, when focused through a magnifying glass, can start a fire. A 100-watt light bulb merely illuminates a room. A 5-watt laser, a focused beam of light, can cut through steel. Your mind is the same. A mind that is scattered, distracted, and pulled in 1,000 directions has no power. A mind that flits from social media to a new worry, to a passing fantasy, to a text message, is a dim, flickering bulb. It cannot manifest anything of substance. True mental creation, manifestation, requires a focused, sustained, deliberate thought. It requires the discipline to hold a single idea, a single vision in your mind to the exclusion of all else, and to nourish it with your belief. But we have been trained for distraction. We have been taught to diffuse our power. We check our phones 200 times a day, shattering our focus, scattering our creative energy to the wind. So this is how the law of mentalism is sabotaging you. You have forgotten you're the dreamer, and so you live as a victim. You have let your mind become a chaotic storm, and so you create a chaotic reality. And you have allowed your focus to be shattered and so you live powerlessly. You are not a prisoner in the world. You are a prisoner of your own undisciplined mind. You are not a victim. You are an absent king. And the first step to reclaiming your throne is to understand how your kingdom is truly structured. This brings us to the second law. The second great Hermetic principle provides the map for understanding the kingdom you've just inherited. It is the key to knowing the unknown, to seeing the invisible. The Kybalion states, as above, so below. As below, so above. This law explains that there is a harmony, an agreement, a correspondence between all the different planes of existence. The laws that govern the movement of galaxies, as above, are the same laws that govern the orbit of an electron, as below. The macrocosm and the microcosm are reflections of each other. But for our human experience, the most important application of this law is a simple phrase, as within, so without. Your inner world and your outer world are not two different things. They are a single, unified system. Your external physical reality is nothing more than a perfect, flawless, high-definition mirror reflecting your internal mental and emotional state. Your life is a mirror. It is not a truth, it is a reflection. And this is where we find our next set of devastating violations. The first violation, trying to fix the mirror. This is perhaps the most common and tragic human folly. We wake up, we look at our lives, the mirror, and we don't like what we see. We see a reflection of poverty, so we try to fix the mirror by chasing a different job or demanding a raise before fixing our inner state of scarcity. We see a reflection of loneliness, so we try to fix the mirror by desperately seeking a partner before fixing our inner state of unworthiness. We see a reflection of a toxic relationship, so we try to fix the mirror by screaming at it, by trying to change the reflection, our partner, before fixing the inner conflict that is being mirrored. Imagine, you wake up, you look in the bathroom mirror, and you see a smudge of dirt on your face. What do? You get out a cloth and start scrubbing the glass? Do you yell at the mirror, "Stupid mirror, show me a clean face"? Do you break the mirror and buy a new one, hoping that one will show you a clean face? No, that is the act of a madman. And yet this is how we live our entire lives. We scrub the glass, we yell at our reflections, we run from job to job, relationship to relationship, city to city, always carrying the source of the reflection, our inner state, and then acting surprised when the new mirror shows us the exact same face. You cannot change the reflection by manipulating the glass. You must wash your face. You must change what is within. This is the second violation, ignoring the reflection's message. The bad things in your life, the challenges, the pain, the failures, are not punishments. They are feedback. They are symptoms, not the disease. The mirror is your greatest, kindest, and most honest teacher. It is constantly showing you with perfect precision what is happening inside you. That chaos in your physical environment, your messy car, your cluttered desk, the pile of dishes, that's not just a mess. That is a direct reflection of a messy, cluttered, and disorganized mind. As within, so without. That empty bank account, that is not just the economy. That is a direct reflection of an inner state of lack, a deep-held belief in scarcity, or a feeling of unworthiness to receive abundance. As within, so without. That chronic illness in your body, that is not just bad luck. It is often a direct physical manifestation of long-held, unreleased inner states, chronic stress, deep resentment, a life lived without purpose. As within, so without. When you ignore these signals, when you just pop a pill for the stress, or clean the desk without cleaning the mind, you are telling the universe, I do not want to hear the feedback. The universe, like a good teacher, will not be ignored. If you ignore the whisper, it will speak. If you ignore the speech, it will shout. If you ignore the shout, it will create a crisis. Your crisis is just the mirror's final, desperate attempt to get you to look within. This leads to the third and most poisonous violation, the sickness of blame. Blame is the ultimate act of fixing the mirror. It is the loud, angry, passionate declaration, it is not me, it is you. The moment you blame your parents, your partner, your government, the system, you have just sealed your own fate. Why? Because you have just declared that the reflection, the external thing, has more power than the source, you. You have just handed over your divine power, your creatorship, from Law 1 to an illusion. The second you blame, you become a true victim. You have confirmed your own powerlessness. You cannot be a creator and a blamer at the same time. You must choose. This is how the Law of Correspondence sabotages you. You are trapped. You are running on a hamster wheel, changing the scenery but never the direction. You are in a feedback loop, a self-created prison where your inner chaos, Law 1, creates an outer chaos, Law 2, which you then observe, which in turn reinforces your inner chaos. See, you say, pointing at the mirror, I knew the world was a terrible place. And the mirror replies, as you wish. To break this loop, you must stop looking at the mirror and start looking within it. You must understand the engine that is connecting your inner world to your outer world. This brings us to the third and final law. The law of mentalism is the creator, and the law of correspondence is the mirror. The law of vibration is the engine. It is the how. It is the mechanism by which the mind projects its thoughts onto the mirror of reality. The third Hermetic principle states, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Science has confirmed this. We know that at a subatomic level, there is no solid matter. A rock, your hand, the air you breathe, it is all just energy. Trillions of atoms spinning and moving at incredible speeds. Everything is a dance of energy. Everything is a vibration. But here is the Hermetic secret. Thoughts are vibrations. Emotions are vibrations. Spirit, or the all, is simply vibration at an infinitely high and fast frequency. Matter, or the physical world, is simply vibration at a very low and dense frequency. But it is all the same spectrum. And the most important rule of this law, the one that forms the basis for the law of attraction, is this: like attracts like. A vibration can only resonate with and attract things of its own frequency. A radio, when tuned to 98.7 FM, cannot possibly pick up a signal from 105.1 FM. It is a physical impossibility. You must match the frequency to receive the broadcast. Your life works the exact same way, and this is where we find our most tragic and common violations. The first violation, the law of attraction fallacy. This is by far the most misunderstood and damaging violation. We are taught, just think positive, visualize what you want. So you sit for 5 minutes in the morning, you close your eyes, you visualize a Ferrari, $1 million, a loving partner. You try to feel the joy, the abundance. For 5 minutes, you are attempting to vibrate at the frequency of abundance. Then you open your eyes, and for the next 23 hours and 55 minutes, what is your actual dominant vibration? You check your bank account and feel a jolt of fear. You sit in traffic and feel rage. You see a happy couple on Instagram and feel jealousy. You think about your bills and feel despair. You talk to your friends and complain. You think about your goals and doubt. Fear, rage, jealousy, despair, complaint, doubt. The universe is not a vending machine where you put in one positive thought and get a prize. The universe is a quantum field that responds not to your wishful thoughts, but to your dominant, habitual, 24/7 vibrational state. You are broadcasting lack, fear, and doubt while asking for abundance, love, and success. You are tuned to 98.7 lack, begging the universe to send you the 105.1 abundance broadcast. The universe, which cannot break its own laws, keeps sending you a perfect, clear signal of what you are broadcasting. More lack. This is not a sabotage. This is physics. You are not failing at the law of attraction. The law is working perfectly. It is just bringing you more of what you are, not what you want. The second violation: suppressing the signal. Emotional suppression. What are emotions? Emotion are emotion, energy in motion. They are your body's physical interpretation of your vibration. When you feel joy, it is a high, fast vibration. When you feel fear, it is a low, dense vibration. These are just signals. They are your guidance system, telling you what frequency you are currently tuned to. But what have we been taught to do with negative emotions? Don't cry. Be a man. Just get over it. Don't be so sensitive. Think positive. We are taught to suppress them. But when you suppress an emotion, you do not stop its vibration. You trap it. You take that energy in motion and you stop its motion. You push that dense, low vibration of anger or sadness or guilt deep into your body, deep into your subconscious, and now it is trapped inside you, broadcasting its low-frequency signal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without your conscious permission. That trapped anger continues to broadcast anger, attracting more situations that make you angry. That trapped sadness continues to broadcast loss, attracting more experiences of loss. You become a walking, living beacon for the very things you are trying to avoid, all because you refuse to feel the emotion and let it move through you. The third violation: the diet of low-frequency consumption. You are a finely tuned vibrational instrument. You are a Stradivarian violin, but you are letting the world treat you like a garbage can. What you consume, you become. Every time you mindlessly scroll through social media, absorbing the outrage, the arguments, and the curated perfection that makes you feel less than, you are tuning your instrument to a low frequency. Every time you watch the terrifying, divisive, and fear-based news, you are tuning your instrument. Every time you engage in gossip, complaining, or self-criticism, you are tuning your instrument. You are polluting your own vibrational field. It is like trying to run a high-performance race car on dirty, watered-down gasoline mixed with mud, and then wondering why the engine is sputtering, stalling, and breaking down. You cannot consume a diet of vibrational junk food and expect to broadcast a signal of clarity, peace, and abundance. This is the ultimate sabotage. You are vibrationally out of sync with everything you desire. You are broadcasting one signal, fear, and asking for another, love. You are trapping the very signals you need to release, and you are consuming the very poison that is keeping you tuned to the lack station. The law is not failing you. You are failing to align with the law. Let us return from the ancient temples of Egypt back to this very room, back to this very moment. Something has shifted. The invisible has been made visible. For your entire life, you have been living as a prisoner, unaware of the cosmic rules of the prison and unaware that you were holding the key all along. Let us review the charges. The Law of Mentalism. You forgot you were the mind. The Law of Correspondence. You forgot the world was a mirror. And the Law of Vibration. You forgot you were a broadcast. You see, you were never sabotaged by the universe. You were never punished by God. You were simply operating a piece of divine, powerful machinery without the instruction manual. The journey from victim to creator is not a leap of faith. It is a shift in practice. It is the simple, moment-to-moment, courageous act of awareness. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Today, you have been shown. So what is the first step? It is not to fix your whole life by tomorrow. It is to start practicing the laws instead of violating them. First, you must reclaim your mind. Become the guardian at the gate of your thoughts. When a victim thought arises, observe it. Do not fix it. Do not judge it. Simply see it. Oh, there is the victim story. That simple act of awareness is the first act of a king reclaiming his throne. Second, you must become the student of your mirror. When your life, the mirror, shows you something you do not like, a conflict, a bill, a pain, your new practice is to stop. Do not react. Do not blame. And ask the one sacred question: what in me is this reflecting? This question is the key that turns the prison into a classroom. Third, you must become the master of your frequency. Your new job is vibrational management. This means two things. Feel your feelings. When sadness or anger comes, stop. Give it 90 seconds. Breathe into it. Allow it to move through you without judgment. Let the energy complete its circuit. And curate your consumption. Ask yourself, does this post, video, song, conversation make me feel expansive and powerful, or contracted and weak? Be as ruthless with your vibrational diet as a master athlete is with their physical diet. The all is mind. As within, so without. Everything vibrates. These are not just ideas. This is the scaffolding of your reality. Stop violating them, and they will stop sabotaging you. Align with them, and they will set you free. The current you have been fighting your whole life was never trying to drown you. It was always always trying to guide you home.